Let's begin. Connect our feel that the breath contributes to our posture, postural tone of lightness, verticality. The breath move the skull bones over the sit bones. The shoulders relax, the hands soften. The abdomen. Again, feel expressly for the abdomen. Common to hold the abdomen and raise and move the ribs. Abdomen and the ribs. Take a little practice in remembering how to yield through the abdomen. Will help us feel breathing and movement in the back, in the pelvis. And as you're exhaling, involve the abdomen. That gather, move. We'll start our pranayama with a simple count or ratio. Count. So inhale can be of any length. Exhale, 14 counts. Finish the round that you're on. We'll do one more. Let's set up for a side bend. Want to switch the sidedness of your cross-legged position, or want to choose Baddha Konasana? That would be fine as well. We'll start with the right hand on the ground. And feet active. Inhale, spread the hand bones as well. Raising that left arm. Exhale, wrapping the shoulder. Pulling with the right. Reaching with the left. Arm, limb. As you're pulling with the right palm, the right arm. A little bend in the elbow. A little bend in the elbow and that pull. You may feel some of the deep muscles in the right side of the spine engage. Feel the right shoulder blade get pulled down the ribs. And feel the right ribs lengthening to the right. By involving those deep lower back and hip muscles, you may be able to spread and breathe and free up the left side of the back. Using that right hand pull to get into that left side bend. Combine that with your low belly exhalation. We've got some pretty powerful things going on in the lower trunk. Inhale, we'll come upright. To the other side, I'll just point to the areas of the back where the pulling and the bending both help each other out. Right in through here. The deep. We'll set our left hand out. Little bend in that elbow. Inhale, spread the right hand bones broadly, and exhale, pull with the left. Reach through the right. Pulling pulls the elbow down, pulls the shoulder blade down, pulls the left ribs left. That pulling creates a little deeper engagement here. The left side of the spine. May have to hunt around for it, pick up on it. But as you're pulling, getting that right arm reach to exaggerate and expand the right side of the back. Again, it's a potent, deep side bend if you can. Those hands and arms help you out. Really, really vigorous or vibrant right arm reach. Get to the back. Shoulder down the left shoulder blade. Now breathe into the low back. That belly yielding is very necessary. Into those low back muscles. And then exhale, reach out a little further. That right arm, get that whole right side into that side bend. Deep low back all the way to the fingertips. It is. Release. Inhale, we'll come upright. It's little details that get pretty, not just a shoulder, upper body move. We can get way into that back. And with that, we'll lie on our back and continue using the abdominals to get into that same-ish area of the low back. Bring the knees over the hips, lying. And those muscles, if you felt them working or stretching, those deep low back muscles, inhale and move. Feel them contact the ground. Raise the head, raise the shoulders just a little bit. Now curl the tailbone. Exhale, reach out through the left leg and the elbows toward the right thigh. Open up the left foot, spread it open. Ooh, low belly in and down. Getting into that same low back territory by way of the abdomen. Inhale, bend left knee. Curl tailbone, exhale, right leg out reaches. Cool, low belly in and down. Inhale, bend right knee. Curl tailbone, back muscles still on the ground. Exhale, reach out through the left leg. Elbows turn facing right thigh. Pull, low belly in. You feel that connection to the back. Inhale, left knee bends. Curl tailbone and exhale. Right leg reaches. Elbows face the left thigh. A little turn. Pull, low belly in and down. Inhale, right knee bend. So keep curling the tailbone a little bit as you inhale. It's very tempting to just let the butt just kind of hang. Curl the tailbone. Exhale, continue your pace. On each side. The urge to set the shoulder blades down or to quit on the lower part of the torso. Keeping those back muscles contacting the ground so you feel abdomen's distant but close relationship with back muscles. After that one, grab the block, roll, place it between legs, abs with an object. Inhale, float the head and the shoulder blades off the ground. Really precise, feeling the breath reach those back muscles. Squeeze the object, curling tailbone, exhale. Reach the elbows toward the right thigh. The lower abdominal muscles move and cinch and gather, pull down. Inhale, come back center. Squeeze the thing. Curl tailbone. Exhale. Lead elbows toward the left thigh. Up to the legs. Pull low belly in and down. Inhale, back center. Squeeze the object. Curl tailbone. Exhale. Lead the elbows toward the right thigh. Do so without pulling the head. No, we don't need to pull on the neck to move the torso. Pull low belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Squeeze the thing. Curl tailbone. Exhale, lead the elbows toward the left. Torso slightly turns, the legs reach, pull low belly down. Let's do 2 more to each side. Right, left, right, left. Your pace. Don't be afraid to squeeze those legs and those muscles and stretch those tissues. A lot of these very simple moves, squeezing, reaching, expanding, stretching, how it promotes all sorts of circulation in the body. Not just blood that circulates, so that's probably the most been talked about circulation. All fluids circulate, energy circulates, experiences get digested and circulate. To feed all of the cells, touch every single one. When areas, cells, regions grow stagnant, alternate activity. Be afraid to squeeze and promote some of that fluid movement through the cells, tissues. Sometimes try near max squeeze. Sometimes try a more pulsating, soft gathering of the legs. Try all sorts of things. We'll do one more. Straddle. Bring the legs up, remove the block. Separate the legs. Here we go. Inhale the head, shoulders, again off the ground. Exhale. Tailbone curls, legs, feet broad, open. The feet to help you get into the ankle and the shin and the calf tissues. There's cool low belly in and down. Moving fluids. Circulation. Inhale into the low belly, which is the low back, pelvic floor, genitals, hip sockets, sacrum. Exhale. Cool low belly in and down. We'll do 6 more at our pace. Please continue. The belly movement is helping reach deep in our groin, inner leg, the inner hip. Soft tissue regions of the pelvis all around the bones. In this way, our own respiration becomes a way of helping move lymph fluid, cellular fluid around the hip, the genitals, the colon, which is the bladder, which is the knees, the feet, the legs. All right, we've concluded that. Help legs together and back to the ground. And we'll be setting up dolphin. We'll be reaching one leg up at a time. So, from elbows and knees. Exhale the knees off the ground, pushing forearms, all the parts of the hand. Left leg. Inhale. Draw the left foot away from the ground. Add the foot bones. And exhaling, reach the thigh bone away from the abdomen. Use all that wonderful abdominal, pelvic, leg connectivity in those abdominals. We're trying to teach ourselves a way of breathing in those abdominals, where the low belly is both involved, and I don't, looking for another word, but extractive isn't a bad word. Where the low belly is a mover, the tissues, the energies, the fluids, in the leg, hip, pelvis, back. What matters is that we're breathing with an intent. I'm just suggesting a cellular, anatomical intent. You can color that to be a more energetic intent. Have a lot of complementary sensations and movements. Set the left foot down, and we'll take 4 breaths for the other side. Right foot. Inhaling, raising. Exhale, spread the right foot bones, reach all of the leg limb outward. Inhale, bring the right foot down. And exhale, set the knees down. We'll use the wall for chest opener. So we're setting up a warrior one. The leg that's nearest to the wall, step it forward. That's our bent leg, our front leg in our stance. And here's that reaching out leg from just a moment ago. Energized in the sense of reach out. You're feeling, starting to create or sense there might be some connection between this leg up through the abdomen. There sure could be. And the right hand will place to the wall. Okay, so start with that back leg, whichever is the back leg of your stance. Reach out, deepen into the stance. The abdomen yield a little bit for that inhalation. We're breathing into the stance, the back, the pelvis, as well the chest, the upper ribs. As you're exhaling, that somewhat extractive, I'll find a better word, but that exhale that ushers energy, breath, that lower region. I don't want us to miss. That's an incredible moment for deepening the pose, the stretch, the reach, the expansion of the body. So taking one more breath, time it, feel. As you're exhaling, that low belly becomes involved, outreaching through the leg, and feeling for any yielding, which deepens us in. Release, we'll change sides, turn 180. And we'll set the other hand up. Release. Take the length of my mat for a wide-legged stance, flank stretch. Feet basically pointed ahead, maybe slightly in turn. Once folding, we'll take our left hand over to right ankle. The right hand, simply cap it, helping hold it in place. So bend in the left elbow. Now inhaling through the left side of the spine, the ribs, trunk. If you're kind of softly standing in the legs, the pelvis will just kind of swish back and forth over the femurs. If you engage the legs muscularly, the pelvis steadies between those legs, and a different low side stretch might become available. If you're playing with softer or disengaged legs, try muscularly engaging the legs, so the quads pressing as if stretching the mat a little bit longer. Feel how that gets you a little deeper into the back side. Breathe there. Getting a lot of just little peekaboos of breath into the low back. Maybe big peekaboos. We'll switch sides. Release the right ankle and to the other. Right hand grabs left ankle. Left hand can cap it. Press out through the legs, involve the legs muscularly. Press as if lengthening. This is just like straddle, reaching out, not to jam up the hips, make more, get energy moving, making space, and then breathing into that deep right back, deep right side of the pelvis. You release, heel toe feet together. Full standing alternate twist. Do your best to rely as little as possible on other objects like wall. Trying to, if you don't need to lean, don't lean. It's okay to have that reflexive, don't know what's happening. Actually a very neurologically cool moment to play with. We'll go right hand to the inside of right foot. Sending that right foot outward. Reach the left hand away from the right hand. The chest is turning to your left. Rely as little as possible on other objects. And be okay playing in that little uncertainty zone. Would it be okay to have little drips of uncertainty in our footing? Yes, of course it would. Can I play there? Stretch, reach that left arm a little further. A little further, turn the chest. The right foot is moving in the direction your left foot is facing. Your left foot points the way. There you go. Yep, it's okay. Uncertainty is wonderful. We have so many little human tinkerings to try to expunge uncertainty. It's kind of a wild move. When we want that control and that certainty, it's like we just squash what's resonant and human and real and alive. Let's set this side down and we'll switch sides. But I mean, control is certainty, I guess. We can play to an edge. Left hand, left foot. The right foot points the way our left foot moves. Our yoga mat's this laboratory where we can play with these things. It's very low risk. Yoga mat is a super low risk way to play with uncertainty. What's the worst that can happen? You reach 1 inch and there's a wall right there because we set it up first. Go ahead, stretch. Stretch that left leg out, stretch that right arm back. Low risk. Oh no, I might hop once. And then breathe. And really set foot down. Stand at top of mat. Chair pose. Inhale, bend knees, reach arms up. Exhale, fold. Use those low belly muscles. Collapse on our guts. Use them as you're folding. Draw the belly in, draw the belly back. Monkey, inhale, lift chest away from lap. Exhale, step back. You can jump back if you like. Chaturanga. Lower all the way down. We'll do cobra here. Inhale, coming up, drawing the chest forward, reaching the legs back. Stretch that inhale. Exhale, lower, downward dog. Engage the triceps muscularly, the arms. Involve the legs muscularly. Push the palms away from the shoulders. Reach the heels toward the earth. There's the downward dog where we're just on our hands and feet and our body's just kind of draped over those points. And there's the downward dog where the body's getting stretched and expanded and energized and moved. Inhale, step the right foot forward, warrior one. Exhaling, deepen into the stance by pressing back to that back leg. Did all that abdominal stuff. Hopefully that's waking up as a viable breathing structure. Here, ribs to leg. It's involved. Twisting warrior. Exhale. Looking that left elbow over the right thigh. Twisting, warrior interlock. Exhaling the left armpit down. And we kind of mentioned this a little bit recently, but transitioning into the next pose, keeping that back leg energized, keeping those wonderful, tensional, exciting moments, and just slinking into one slightly different position. This way we're not like yanking out of a pose and then having to build one back up and then yanking out and building it back up. Lets the energy build, it lets the excitement be worked with. By that I mean breathed with. Otherwise we're just constantly in this disengage, re-engage, disengage, re-engage, disengage, re-engage. That gets less fun. Unwind. Inhale, hands under shoulders. Exhale, chaturanga, stepping back. Reach the heels back. Feel the hamstrings lift the mass of legs to the sky as you lower. So the hamstrings move to the sky, lower down. Inhale, cobra. Pull the heart forward. The legs reach back. Extend, expand. Exhale, lower down, downward dog. Press with the arms and involve the triceps. Reach through the heel. And warrior one on the other side. Inhale, left foot forward. Stepping, planting, expanding, reaching. One way would be throw my body into the place and build it up. Step, place, drive, reach, breathe. This way we're working with some continuity, some circulation of energy. We understand this from a cardiovascular point of view. It's like our heart beats, pump, blum, blum. Not that we're living, dying, living, dying, living, dying. There's this continuity of blood and life. And our poses, transitions, twisting warrior. Feel the right elbow for the left thigh. Keep that right leg reaching as you set that elbow into place. Keep that right leg reaching as you're breathing through the ribs, solar plexus, yielding abdomen. Reaching through that leg as you exhale, softening through core, coming into the twist. That softness, that responsivity of the abdomen as you're pressing and growing lighter through the right shoulder. Being all this wonderful aliveness in suspension as you move into twisting warrior interlock. Feel the right armpit down, not collapsing or dying down into the pose. Keep reaching, stretch a little further. Increasingly tensional. Right hand, left hand, reach around the waist, leg. The breath may have to grow more physical. Inhaling the chest toward the top of the mat. Exhaling the back foot, reaching toward the back of the mat. Yes, yes. See that whole body shimmering. That's fun. Let's take one more breath here. We can do with it. Inhaling, unwinding, hands under shoulders. Exhale, chaturanga. Stepping back and lowering. Inhale, coming up. Well, you can choose if you want to come up into upward dog or cobra. Exhale, pressing back, downward dog. The tension just shifts. The excitement, the flavor just shifts through the body. Feel that transition of tension, energy, aliveness. Set up arrow lunge. Inhale the right foot forward, or the right foot first. Setting the left knee down on the ground. And the top of the left foot is pressing down. On exhale, your exhale, press. Knee lifts off ground. In the arms, lift the ribs away from the waist. Stationary move, but there's an incredible amount of circulation if we're willing to stretch and breathe. Keeps moving, it keeps moving. Softly set that left knee down. Splits. The left knee staying down. Straighten the right leg. You can engage the back of the right leg very strongly. You can move into a very strongly engaged splits. So if you tend to feel a little nervy grunginess in the back of the leg, I recommend keep it engaged. You might even have to gather and gather the fibers of that muscle right near the sit bone. You have to use your buttock muscle to protect the muscle from overstretching. And release. Yeah, let's walk that right foot back. With the knees under the hips, exhale, we'll press back into turbo dog. Downward dog, bending elbows. Placing them directly under shoulders. Feel that there's pressure through the whole palm, excluding the thumb index side of the palm. And arrow lunge left side. Inhale, left foot forward. Setting the right knee down, top of right foot. Exhale, press down through the right foot. Exhaling, softly set the right knee down. And we'll back the weight up a little bit for that splits. Setting the left leg straightened. It's up to you. You'll have to make best decisions based on your tissues, your tissue history. I'll recommend, at least initially, draw that left heel toward the sit bone. Engage that sit bone area muscle, right by, and just inside, just at the sit bone. There's a lot of value, a lot of restructuring value in holding a muscle tissue really strongly engaged. A lot of restructuring value in the engagement that holds and reshapes. Not just stretch that restructures. Our breathing is restructuring our nervous system. The way that we engage our tissues or don't engage. Structuring. Release. Inhale, we'll draw that left foot back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Pull the chest forward, reach back through the legs and the feet. Exhale, downward dog. Press and engage through the triceps, the palms, the heels reach, the legs involve and lift the sit bones back. And while the entire trunk and spine is on traction, on space, breathe deeply through those spine bones. I would argue that where the body often perceives stress or limitation is much closer than we think. Softly set the knees down. Do one more move from lying. And this may require some propping. We're going to lie back, half Virasana. Start with the left leg drawn back. So let me show you the process, and then you'll decide if you want props behind your spine so that you can allow left heel beside hip. I'll walk back first, maybe to my forearms, my props. Maybe I put the shoulder blades on the ground. Then I can work with this right leg and draw the right knee toward my chest. Or I can straighten the right leg toward my face and chest. Go prop help if you need. For some, that half Virasana might be a little much on knees, in which case you'll now elevate the pelvis, then the shoulder blades. Usually use a blanket or blocks. I like blocks if I'm elevating for my knees. But then you need at least as many blocks for your shoulder blades, where pillows and cushions and things become valuable. Sometimes I'll set my pose up near a low piece of furniture, and sometimes you can just get your elbows back to like an ottoman or the edge of a couch or chair. Make sure it's robustly set. It's not going to slide on you. Want surprise poses. You've straightened the right leg along the ground. Try this. Bend the right knee so the sole of the right foot's on the ground. Then draw that right knee toward your chest. Put a little different dynamic. That pelvis through the leg. All right, let's switch sides. The right foot down. Extricate the left foot from that place. get into it from lying, or if you need to sit up and walk your way back. Whatever setup needs to go. But the main thing that I prefer for most knees is that the right shin and the right knee, the half Virasana foreleg, can stay on the ground. Sometimes we starts to float and wave around in the breeze. Reach or keep the shin and the knee touching ground. Then the left knee bent, drawn toward chest. Recall that breathing a pattern, it's an approach, it's a movement. We were remembering it in those abdominals. The abdomen and the low back yield as we inhale. We can feel breath in the back. We can feel breath in the exhale. Low belly muscles. In this way, breathing itself will become the mover in the pose. Release. And the left foot down, setting the right foot down. Virasana. You need to place your legs in an alternate position, Baddha Konasana, or legs up the wall, or bent and tented. Feel free to set that up. Rest, restoring deep, whole body breath. Invites every cell to participate, living ever. and knees. Turn to a side.